This is the Cats and Pudding Podcast. A melting pot of pudding. And now, here's Jen.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Cats and Pudding. And today I have a really great guest. He is my friend, my newfound friend.
New friends.
And my new chiropractor.
Absolutely.
Dr. Ralph Napolitano from the Bronx. We
Hi,
love
everyone.
him.
How are you? How are you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
He doesn't look like a chiropractor. He looks like a gangster.
Oh my God, too funny. I get that
Looks
all
like
the
a
time.
wise guy.
I get that all the time.
You do?
Well, listen, I wasn't always a doctor. So
Oh, say?
no, I wasn't allowed to be anything but a good boy. My father made sure I had no choice.
It skipped a generation?
I couldn't hang out with
The people
hoodlums.
Nobody on Arthur Avenue?
No, I wasn't allowed. And that's the whole thing. We were talking about it before.
Yeah.
I grew up in my family's restaurant on Arthur Avenue in the Bronx.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Ann and Tony's.
Ann and Tony's.
And it used to be, the old school name was the Roosevelt.
Oh.
So it was founded by my great-grandparents, 1927, in the same spot. So Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
That's the movies about that area.
Yeah.
So that's the time my father really grew up in, when he was a young guy. But I grew up there my whole life. I was in the 70s. I was born in 1970. And, I grew up and I caught like the tail end of all the wise guys and hanging out. My father, the scene in the Bronx Tale when the little kid walks into the Shea Bippy and he walks through all the guys.
Calodro.
That was me and my brother when we were kids. We walked into the same thing. All the characters, all the guys there.
Did you used to steal fruit from the food stand too?
No, I couldn't.
You would have got beat up. You would have got.
I wasn't
you got
allowed
your
to do
asses
anything.
kicked. See,
but it was funny. But when we walked down the street, me and my brother, everybody knew our family.
Yeah.
Hey, say hello to your father. Say hello to your grandmother. My grandmother.
Well, it's a close-knit Italian area.
It was.
Right?
Then it was. Forget it. It was a great neighborhood. Still is, but it's different.
But it is.
But it's still good.
But I feel like no Italians are coming over anymore. Like it's not like a gust of Italians come from Italy anymore.
Most Europeans really don't. Italians don't come here anymore.
No.
Why should they? They're taken care of by their government. They live with their families. It's very different.
Yeah.
They have a very different. The culture is very different. They know they have to come here now and they have to work.
Yes, it's so true.
It's not going to happen.
Do you know what's funny? So I was talking to my son-in-law and his family are from Sicily. The parents still live in Sicily, and they came here. The parents, before they moved back to Sicily, they had to go back, but that's another story for another day. But
I can just imagine.
But they were saying that they spoke Sicilian from the people that came from Sicily in the 40s and the 50s, and now when they go back to Sicily, they don't speak the same type of Sicilian anymore. It's
what
like
I
infiltrated
the
now.
Dialect is
has changed.
Away.
Yeah, it's going away. It's becoming more proper.
Yeah, more everybody the whole country speaking
more proper Italian. So they don't understand them when they go back. It's funny that they don't understand when they go back to Italy because they speak the old school Sicilian that was brought over here in the 40s and the 50s, and it's crazy. Yeah. I'm like, it's amazing. And now they're going back over there because now, everything's like $1 now to buy in the mountains.
Forget it. Yep. Especially in from what I read, in the big cities, it's still kind of the same.
Yeah.
Like in New York City, like Milan, big cities. But outside, there's nobody. You still have to grow your own food. You still have to do all these things like it's like 1900s or 1800s or whatever.
And it's a dying town.
Yeah, and there's so many towns now. I read that they're bribing you. We'll give you 10 grand. Come live because the towns are empty.
Yeah, they're empty.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But in Italy, I also understand if you're not there and somebody comes in your house and they could squat and they could just assume.
It's over. Yeah,
it's not
over. Well, they could do it here in New York. It seems like.
That is true.
You can't keep your doors open anymore.
No.
When we were kids, our doors were wide open.
I know.
Neighbors would come by. How different it is.
So different.
Talk about now today.
Now I don't want to see my neighbors. I'm like, when I go in the house, I'm like this. I don't want to talk to them.
When I was a kid, somebody rang the doorbell.
Yeah.
We would get, who's here? Who's here? And my mother would be ready to, whoever it was, run to the door.
All right, they're coming over.
Hey, what's going on?
This generation, nobody wants to.
Not a doorbell rings, you're like,
we're hiding. We're like, who the hell is that?
Everybody get down.
Get down, hide.
Oh my God, too funny.
We don't want to see anybody.
Don't pretend we're not home.
I don't know. It's like I guess some days when I'm up for it, I don't mind when people are over all the time. But some days I'm just like, oh my God, who's at my door?
Yeah, who's here now?
Do I really have to like entertain
Door?
somebody?
I get that when I get a text. Who's that? Oh, no.
I know. At least now you're preempted to know that somebody's coming by.
You get the warning.
Because they text you. It's a warning shot now, right?
What a different life everything is from when I was younger, when you were young.
Yeah.
You know, it's so
I wish
different.
things would revert back a little bit. That's how it wasn't during COVID. It kind of reverted back.
Kind of.
Right?
Well,
it was nice.
It was nice for sure, but the only difference with COVID is if you even looked at somebody, they thought you were going to kill them by sneezing on them or something.
Oh my God.
Or coughing. You went into a store and you went...
Right, God
everybody would turn around.
Yeah. Or and they would look at you like you just murdered their cat. Like, dude.
Like, what are you doing?
Like, dude, it's the flu. Like, stop.
Yeah, oh, God.
Like, yeah, well, that's another topic for another day.
That's another 6 hour. We could do a 6 hour interview here.
Yeah, we'll do that in the next interview.
Oh, my God.
Tell me how this started. Like, besides you being a chiropractor, we know you went to school. That's good.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Yeah, you actually have to go. Wait, all right. People who don't know what chiropractors actually do go to school.
They do.
We go to 4 years of undergrad, and you have to have a degree in a science, biology, chemistry, and then you actually go to 3.5 more years of chiropractic school.
Yes, and then you do a resident. Don't you have a kind of
we
residency?
have our own chiropractic colleges have their own clinics. So towards the last year of your last year, basically, you're in the clinic seeing real patients, working underneath other chiropractors and doctors. And then I went to the University of Bridgeport. And
you didn't go to the other one?
No, well...
That's a life.
The life, no, I didn't go to life. See, that's the problem with our profession, okay? We have, even inside of our profession, we have a lot of divide, and it's crazy. So... They have a different.
Yeah,
they're a different breed.
They have a different thought process. I think.
You know what it is? A lot of it. The thing is this: a lot of what is they do and what they know is not very. It's not really that outrageous.
Right.
The problem is that they kind of never meshed it along with the scientific aspect.
Yes.
Of how we usually progress, because the beginnings of chiropractic are really sketchy.
Yes.
Over 100 years, it's very sketchy. So, but it got sketchy. This is a good topic, actually. It got sketchy because a guy, D.D. Palmer, actually founded chiropractic. And he was a magnetic healer, a hypnotist. He was like, a little bit out there kind of guy. And he would study, but he was a scientist, studied anatomy, all this stuff. And then he had a guy who worked for him, Harvey Lillard. This is the story how it goes. So he goes, hey, I've been doing this stuff. Lay down, because he was deaf. So he adjusted the guy.
Right.
And all of a sudden he could hear again. So he thinks he discovers how to cure deafness.
Right.
Kind of like word goes out.
So what happened? There was like a muscle
blockage, pressure,
and he unclogged
not that he was deaf. He probably was clogged up.
Clogged, and he thought he was deaf.
Yeah, and especially that time. Yeah, doctor, whatever. So a lot of people start coming to
thinking they're going to be cured.
Not one other person in the history of chiropractic to this date has been cured of their deafness. But what he discovered, all of a sudden, their neck pain went away, their headaches went away, they were able to sleep better, digestion was better. He was like, oh, shit, we're on to something.
Something here.
And then it kind of, then it got more, it kept going. But then the medical doctors at the time started, what is this?
Right.
So they wanted to crush chiropractic. And so they were arresting chiropractors for practicing medicine. Chiropractors got arrested all the time. Up until the 1970s.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Got arrested all the time for practicing medicine.
Do you know what my favorite chiropractor is? From what movie I'm going to tell you? Danny Aiello played the chiropractor.
Yeah.
Right? Remember?
Exactly. Well, the TV show, 2.5 Men.
Yes. The brother was a chiropractor.
And the best episode is when Charlie Sheen, he has to leave, the brother has to leave and go jury duty or something.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen, he tells him, watch the practice. So he's watching the practice. All of a sudden, the brother comes back, and there's people sitting everywhere. There's guys waiting in the waiting room and all this stuff. He's like, wow, I've never seen it so busy. All of a sudden, an Asian girl comes out of the door, and she has money. She takes out her pocket and puts it on the table for Charlie Sheen. And she's got an Asian accent. Meanwhile, oh, you next, baby. Come on, honey. And she goes in the room, and he's like, what the hell's going on here? So Charlie Sheen, the timer goes off. He has a buzzer. Wait 1 second. He gets up and he goes to the door. All right, your time's up, buddy. Time to get the hell out of there. So the guy starts going, what are you doing in my practice? Oh, my God. All these girls are coming out half naked. Funniest scene ever.
I like that one too. That's funny.
Funniest scene ever.
That's a good one. And I like Danny Aiello in, wait, what was the movie? It was with, oh my God, I can't think of
I
his
know, I
name.
forgot the name.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He was married. He's married to Susan Sarandon.
Oh, Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
It was a movie when he was in Vietnam.
Oh, right.
Right,
Exactly.
I think, and he was really. So we don't know if he was dead or alive. And Danny Aiello was his chiropractor, and he was like, I don't know if he was the angel, a good angel, or a bad angel. But I think he was a good angel, though.
See, that's
his guide.
That's
or
the
his guide.
That's the greatest thing about our profession as chiropractors. A lot of chiropractors get mad at, when we're made fun of in mainstream, and I tell chiropractors, bro, we made it.
Yes.
This is we made it because we're at movies, TV shows. There was one in The Simpsons.
Yes.
Homer Simpson's throwing people over a garbage and fixing them. Oh my God. So we made it. I go, you should be happy.
Let me tell you definitely made it. You have a great practice,
yeah,
right?
I do.
And you're very popular on YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. Instagram is really where I'm most popular on. Whatever it is.
You're popular. Well, you are.
Yeah,
people love to. What do you think people love to watch the most? You think they love to hear the crack? Is that what it is?
Well, definitely the thing that attracts. Well, I'll admit two things attract people to a lot of chiropractic videos. One is the cracking. People love to watch and hear the noises. Yep. And there's a whole, online, they're called crack addicts. The people who watch, there's people who are addicted to watching chiropractic videos.
To hear that
groupies.
crack. Yeah.
They're groupies. They follow every chiropractor.
They're crackies. Instead of
like people come in and tell me, I follow you, I follow this guy, I follow that one, I follow all these, they're all over. And let's face it, the other one is they like to see, I guess, pretty women.
Yeah.
And the whole, I get a lot of crap on my social media.
Why?
I got one today. Someone called me shameless.
Why?
Because I adjusted a girl who's, she's curvy, whatever. What's that got to? She came
what
to
does
get
that
help.
have to do? She's a dancer,
right? And she wanted.
Maybe she's uncomfortable.
And she wanted to come. She wants to get treated.
Right.
She sees other people get it. She's never tried it.
Right.
She had a huge problem for a long time, tailbone pain. She went to all kinds of doctors, got injections, went to physical therapy. She came to me the first time I adjusted. She felt no pain. She got to come back, but she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I waited." I go, "Because you're scared."
Yeah.
I put video up, and everybody gives me crap because she's dressed in a tight, yoga pant outfit. How else are you supposed to? What are you supposed to wear? An evening gown to get adjusted?
Right.
And if you're looking at that video. I say this all the time. If you're a man and you're looking at one of my adjusting videos or any chiropractic adjusting video out there, and you have some other
thoughts,
video playing in your mind,
right.
I'm not the one who's got the problem.
Right.
You do,
right.
And you need to go get some severe help.
Right. It's not like you're filming a porn with the person. You're
that's what they think it is.
Their back.
That's what they think it is. And I personally feel it's because pornography is so it's at your fingertips, and people can't separate the two things anymore.
I know that it's
it's fantasy from reality. Right. They can't separate it.
Like, what do they think is happening?
What do you think's happening here?
Yeah, like, what do you think? What do you think's going to happen the next part of the video?
There is no other part of the video. There's no other part of the video.
No, we're just adjusting here. That's it.
I wanted to do a skit with one of the girls who does. She's whatever. She does her whatever OnlyFans thing. I said we got to do a skit where. Oh, you want to see this? You want to see what really happens after the video? Like, go on her page. And I said, and I'm going to do it one day. When we go to the things, they're going to make guys pay.
Right.
And what they're going to see is, okay, you ready? You want to show them what really happens? Okay, she pays me. Right. And then she makes a second appointment.
That's it. That would drive them to
the page. And then go, you paid to see this girl make an appointment and pay me money, you loser. You're a loser.
You're that much of a loser that you had to watch that.
It's crazy. Whatever.
Aww, that's not nice.
But that's one of the reasons why I listen. I do believe one of the reasons why my videos are so popular, but also because of the good work that I do. Yes. I will pat myself on the back sometimes. But I'm very pat
yourself on the back.
But like you're very proficient. You're excellent at what you do.
Thank you.
You studied hard. You worked your ass off.
I did.
You always up on the new techniques. You're always doing what's right. And at the end of the day, and I get other shit. People go, "Oh, you're not a real doctor. You look like you're having too much fun." Like, what are you supposed to do?
I know. Like,
I am having fun.
you're supposed to talk to your patients and let them be at ease when you're going. First of all,
1000%.
that's important when you adjust somebody.
1000%.
Right? That to have them
Make them
feel
laugh, make them smile.
comfortable and at ease, because if they're tense, how are you going to adjust them the right way?
And they're not going to get a good treatment.
Right.
And especially you get a lot of people who show up for the first time ever at a chiropractor.
And they're scared. They don't know what to expect.
Shitless.
Yeah, they don't know what to expect.
So what I take from my restaurant business that I learned when I was a kid from my father and my grandmother, one of the things I try to do when I have a patient in front of me who's any patient, but especially someone who's never been to a chiropractor before, within the first couple of minutes, I try to get them to start laughing.
But you do.
And they laugh.
But you do.
Because what happens after laughter? They're
comfortable,
down,
they're at ease,
and then
right?
they're more open to what's going to happen next. And I always take my time with someone who's never been adjusted.
Did you anybody ever run out of the office, get scared?
A couple of times. I had I'll let you in another secret. You know who do you think's more afraid to get adjusted, men or women? Men are
the biggest wusses.
So scared.
They're such pussies.
They are much more afraid to get adjusted.
You know, well, women are stronger than men by design. They are. It is a proven fact that women could tolerate 9 times more pain than men because we give birth.
Well,
that is true.
Tolerate the pain, but I think women definitely know how to navigate the pain better for that reason.
100%.
They understand kind of what it is. Women are we're all born into the world suffering. We come in crying.
Yeah,
right?
come in crying. Go out crying.
And I'll face it, a woman's life, especially having 2 daughters, watching them grow up, a woman's life is suffering.
It is.
There's a lot of suffering going on. And I talk to my friends, I talk to my son who's 19, because he's my sisters, oh my God. Women are suffering. I go, bro, a woman goes through a cycle. They go up and down for 30 days like this.
Every month like
riding
clockwork.
up and down. They have to navigate that. Men, we're lucky we go like that through a 30-day cycle.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And men get a hangnail, they're crying.
And it's over.
Oh my God. When they're sick, they're such babies.
So women can take the pain, definitely suffering.
We take it in stride. We have to.
You have to. Or else no babies would be born.
No.
Because I don't understand.
The human race would be extinct if men had to give birth. It would be.
Because here's the thing: there definitely is a mechanism.
Or they'd find a way to do it without pain. Besides C-section, because they couldn't handle a C-section either.
C-section is just as bad. It's worse.
It's much worse than having. That's what I did.
The recovery, everything.
Yeah, it's a major surgery.
It's way worse. Worse for both, baby.
That's what I
and
started out. I started out as a labor and delivery nurse.
Oh, okay.
I was
didn't know
out
that.
for 10 years. I did. I taught Lamaze classes. I did all that stuff. And yeah, it is doing a C-section. I would much rather you giving natural childbirth is so much easier. Like you could get up and walk around an hour later. If you have a C-section,
over. Like it's a week.
It's a week or two that you are.
As soon as the baby comes out, it's over.
Right, you're up. It's fine.
Like
the pain's gone. It's like cured. You're cured.
And this is what I definitely.
Everything's cured when
and
the
we know
baby's
this
gone.
for sure. I know for sure. There's got to be a mechanism inside a woman's brain and nervous system.
So that she has
another
another one?
That 9 months, and it like erases the tape.
It does. It does. It's so true.
It erases like 9 months.
You remember it when you're in it.
Yeah, when you're in it.
When you're in it again,
but
you
it
remember.
erases it.
But the women would not.
Because women always go, never again.
Yeah,
never again.
And then
all of a sudden, a little into it.
There is. You're absolutely right. There's an
baby.
internal mechanism that you forget it. It has
Without
to.
a doubt.
It has to.
Yeah.
Because then how would people have multiple babies?
There would be no babies would be born.
Because when you are in labor, it is like Carol
God.
Burnett said it. It's like taking your bottom lip and pulling it up and over your head. That's what. That's what. That's
oh my God,
what
too funny.
Actively.
Yeah, I would not. It looks so. I mean, I could never say. I saw it 3 times. My 3 kids.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. It's like
amazing
being touched by the hands of God. It's crazy.
But it's like to go through this.
No.
To endure it.
It's a lot.
It's not.
But it does get easier as you go on. The first child is the hardest labor.
Because you don't know what's coming.
Well, and also it's the longest labor.
Right. Usually is.
No, it is. It's the longest labor. I mean, by the second, third, the kids walk out by the fourth. It's like that. Seriously.
There's chiropractic. Let's go back to chiropractic for a second. There's chiropractors who just have practices for pregnant women and children, and mostly women do those practices.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest with you, I'm a little envious of them because they do such awesome work. And across the board, they say a lot of women who get adjusted, I've seen it in my practice a little bit, women have come. If they go through a little routine and they stay, their labor is a lot less intense, it's better, easier, not as long.
Yeah.
But you know what? Big Pharma is never going to allow us.
Of course not, because you're doing it without any drugs or any interference.
Oh my God! And all the things I always say this to my patient. Everybody always tries to deter you from seeing a chiropractor, and the first people who do that are the ones who've never been to a chiropractor. Yeah. With that said, they're kind of right. Everybody should go get adjusted and go through it.
Right.
But not by every chiropractor.
Not by every chiropractor.
And I'm just going to leave it right there because I don't like crapping on my own brethren because we get enough of it. But it's true. You got to find a really good chiropractor. And that's one of the reasons why I put videos up too, because I want to show people that they have an option.
Yeah.
And they might not think they have an option. And then they see it and they say, oh, wow, my friend went or somebody else went.
What do you think about manipulation under anesthesias?
I've seen it.
No.
I watched it live in person. That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're out completely.
You're out completely.
And
you don't know if you're going to.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know if you can really hurt.
But there is science behind it because some people have so much scar tissue and adhesions built up
it breaks
in their spine that because natural mechanism, you're always going to stop. Your brain's going to stop you a little bit from going through it. And it's painful if you have scar tissue.
Yes, it's very painful.
Scar tissue, you put your finger on somebody and they're dying.
Right.
So imagine going in and trying to adjust. So I've seen it. Looks horrific. Oh my God, he killed them. But then after, a lot of people have extreme great benefits from it, which is crazy. There's so many good things about chiropractic that
there is.
The mainstream world is never going to mainstream media, news. They're never going to give you they're never going to talk to you about the miracles that happen in chiropractic offices every day. Every single day there's miracles happening in those offices. And I mean miracle by people showing up, they didn't know they had an option. They went in with ailments, they've been through the medical ringer, they're nervous to go, they go in and all of a sudden they get this light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
Oh my God, this is for me. And then they keep going and then they get better. That's the miracle I'm talking about. Yeah. Not some, lay your hands on somebody. But it's never highlighted on mainstream media. And it can't be highlighted on mainstream media.
Because why? Because they fund Big Pharma.
The next segment is brought to you by Pfizer.
Right, exactly.
So they're not going to really highlight
us. And by Mertz and by Allergan and all
But they will highlight when something goes wrong.
Of course.
It's always on mainstream media when something goes wrong.
Of course.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not saying things can happen.
Things can always happen.
Very rare. We just use our hands. I mean, it's very rare.
What was the worst? I mean, there have been some cases where people can...
absolutely. There was one many years ago, 2014 maybe, about 10 years ago. We're sitting in the office somewhere, just going back and forth. All of a sudden, we get alerts on Google, whatever, on girl goes to chiropractor and dies. So you see the headline.
Wow.
And the way they wrote the headline is that she got adjusted
and she died.
And she died on the chiropractic table.
Didn't she get into an accident or something?
She died on the chiropractic table. I'm reading it going, oh my God, that would be the first, what?
Right.
Then you read the story. What wound up happening, she went in to see the chiropractor. She was having severe neck pain, headaches, dizziness, all this stuff that she was going through. She got adjusted. A few days later, she passed away. Long story short, she was a model. What the story buries all the way at the bottom, because that's what they do.
Right.
That's what media does. They bury the real juicy parts so you understand the article at the end of the article. And what wound up happening, she was on a photo shoot. She was standing 12 feet on a scaffold, whatever. She fell backwards off the scaffold and smashed her head. So, okay, only two things could have happened in that situation. Well, one thing, she might have went to a chiropractor she always goes to. And the chiropractor maybe didn't ask what happened. What happened? You got a headache. What happened? Any accident, injury? Now, the funny part is this, okay, doing this for almost 25 years, you ask people, does anything happen? And they'll tell you no.
No, they will. It
happened 2 weeks ago or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Happened a month ago. Right. They don't say anything, but they've been suffering since that little incident. Then all of a sudden, as you keep digging, because your instinct has to kick in as a doctor. Wait a second. This doesn't make any sense. You got no issue. You're dying in pain for 4 weeks straight like this. What happened? Anything? And then all of a sudden, oh, right. Oh, I got in a car accident and the car flipped over 3 times. Okay, we got to send you for an x-ray. Yeah. We got to send you for an MRI.
Right.
So I got a feeling in that situation, the chiropractor maybe didn't do his due diligence and dig deeper.
And ask why.
Because if someone would have told me I've been suffering headaches every day, and I fell off a scaffold and hit my head, I would have said, wait a second.
You need to.
Let's go get a CAT scan before you. She was probably already bleeding out.
Yeah, she was bleeding out already.
She was already dying. She probably went, and unfortunately, the adjustment might be put her over the top.
Yeah.
It's a matter of doing your due diligence as a doctor, and even as a patient. So I always tell even my patients, when you go to see a doctor, you have to tell them every single. Don't be embarrassed about something.
You have to.
I'm not judging. I don't judge you. You did something stupid.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know, or otherwise you get a misdiagnosis.
I get patients who lie to me. I ask them if they took Advil. They don't tell me.
They don't want to say it.
Because you know why? Because if they bruise, they don't want to take the blame because it's on themselves. That you're the reason why I bruised. No. If you take Advil every day you're gonna bruise. That's all. So but they neglect. They won't tell you. They'll deny it.
And you got to tell your doctor everything.
And you have to always say it. You have to tell me what you've done before, and then I can tell you the risk. This is the risk.
Yeah,
and if you're gonna take the risks, you get stuck. You're gonna get bruised.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen. If you're getting stuck by a sharp object, it is a trauma. Even though it's a wanted trauma, it's still a trauma.
And if you keep taking pain pills, anti-inflammatories, your whole mechanism of healing is tainted.
All you're doing is treating symptoms. That's it. You're not treating the root of the problem.
You're not getting to it.
No.
But again, I go through that with my patients. I went through it with you too. The posture, the neck, the sitting at the phones, the computers. This is what generally everybody's doing today. So pain comes, it's not the problem. It's a symptom of the problem.
Yeah.
But Tylenol commercials are never going to tell you this. Pain patches, creams, gadgets. But everybody's got a massage gun now. Everyone, right? So you have one, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't have one.
Everyone's got a massage gun. Why? Because they see the commercial. I use it in my office, the massage guns. But they see the commercial, they have a pain, back pain. Oh, here it is, the cure. And you get it, and you do it. It's like, oh, okay. It felt better, but because it's not getting to the root cause. Or the best one is you're sitting in bed, maybe a TV commercial or a social media post, you got back pain, you're dying. Oh, this beautiful $3,000 bed. Yeah. If you buy this, your back pain will
go away.
Miraculously go away.
Yeah.
And you sucker, you buy the bed, and you
have worse back pain.
This bed is terrible. Yeah. It's not the bed that's terrible. You're terrible. You got to fix yourself. You got to
fix what the problem is. What do you see most of? What is the most common?
Oh, back pain is the most common problem.
And because of work.
Well, listen, modern
injuries.
No. Okay. Mostly because of modern day problems. And I talk about this bad posture habits, modern day issues. Everyone is sitting around doing nothing today.
Yeah. Oh, they're on their phone.
We are the most sedentary creatures on the planet. Human beings have always been.
Yeah.
We're the most sedentary creatures on the planet. But we are the most sedentary right now at any point in the history of mankind. Okay. Most people are at desk jobs, sitting, computers. Right. The phone is killing us. Yeah. Probably most people are watching on their phone right now with their head down, looking at us. Right. And this is the normal thing. So a lot of people have their head down, driving a lot. Now we drive everywhere. Public transportation. People drive 2 hours sometimes from their job to their home. Or they get in the car and they drive 2 blocks to the deli to get a sandwich.
Instead of walking down the block.
But it's not that people are lazy. You know, I get my Italian friends, hey, all these fucking kids are all lazy, all these people are lazy. I'm like, well, yeah, but it's the lifestyle we've rolled into.
Yes, it's true.
If you're 15 years old right now, what do you know? Phones, iPads, video games, your parents driving you everywhere. Yeah. You know, so you don't have to walk.
Did you ever get a ride when you were a kid?
I did, but mostly we had to walk. I had to walk back and forth to school. I walked to baseball practice.
I took my bike for miles.
My bicycle.
At nighttime, when we used to go out, I used to walk from neighborhood to neighborhood.
We walked the whole area.
And with a short little leather jacket, with no gloves, freezing our ass off. And you know how many calories you burn when you're cold? It's more than anything.
Because we're moving.
We That's it. I must have walked every Friday and Saturday night at least 10 miles a night.
Easily.
Used to walk, right? Easily.
Without even batting an eyelash.
And still got home one time.
Yep. And so,
ran home. I ran home. Ran in the house. I would come home sweating like
Absolutely.
I gotta get home.
Because there was no phone.
There was no phones.
I tell my kids, I go, I had to walk out of my house with dimes in my pocket to make a phone call.
But even then, how many times did you? Like
you
we're hanging out in the park. There was no freaking phone.
There was no phone in the park. No,
in the park. Like I mean, like I think we had beepers when we got to when we in our 20s.
A little after high school. Beepers
it was like when were you born? 70?
70. So
88.
I graduated 88.
I had a beeper.
I didn't have a beeper yet. I had a car phone.
My brother had the first car phone. It was this big. It came in a piece.
You know how much we paid for our car phones?
It was a lot of money.
Almost $2,000.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We saved the money.
$2,000 to put a stupid phone to call nobody because nobody had a phone.
Nobody had a phone, and it was like
$2 a
minute.
To call. You didn't want to call anybody.
So don't call me. Don't
call me. I have the phone. I just want you to look at it.
Oh my God,
just to look cool to have it in the car.
Just to look cool.
Oh
my God,
right?
Those were the good old days.
Yeah.
But nobody moves anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is true.
We sit around binge watching TV.
Do you go outside a lot? Do you go do activities
every morning, religiously, I go for a walk every morning.
You should start taking videos of that and telling people they should get outside.
I do. I do it in my stories mostly.
Yeah.
Okay, because let's face the facts too. Let's talk about.
Well, what?
Forget about medical and pain issues. Talk about health and nutrition supplements and dieting and fitness. That's big pharma is skewed to the way out there.
Yeah.
So is all these nutrition and fitness Instagram influencers. They're all out in left field too, because let's face the facts. You could walk. What you need to do, you got to get better sleep first, foremost, always. Sleep is the number one issue. If your sleep is not dialed in correctly, I don't care what you do after that. The research shows it. If your sleep's not dialed in, you could eat organic food all day, work out 7 days a week.
If you don't have good sleep,
if you ain't got good sleep, it's over. You're probably going to suffer with problems.
But does anybody really have good sleep after 50? Because I know I don't freaking sleep.
But again, the problem is...
I'm up 20 times a night.
Because you're too stressed out and you just...
No, because I have to pee. That's why. Because if I don't drink water, I'm fucking dehydrated. And then if I drink too much water, then I'm up all night.
Don't drink 2 hours before you go to bed. Stop drinking.
I'm thirsty.
I'm thirsty,
Ralph. I'm thirsty. I have to drink. And that's why my sleep is interrupted.
You got to get sleeping better. This is what we really need.
And I have the most comfortable bed in the universe.
It doesn't matter. If you're stressed out and you're going crazy.
I have 600 pillows in my bed. I try to sleep good.
Your problem is your profession. You are slumped over everybody all day long.
It's true. I am.
With needles in their faces, and you got your head buried down, and then you do your social media and do all that stuff too.
And I'm on my feet all day.
And you're on your feet, but you're on your feet in one spot,
and I'm
standing
like this.
over.
You're right.
It's not good. Okay?
But I just sit up straight. I try to.
You can sit up straight all you want. If you don't take care of yourself, and if you don't do some little stretching and a little bit of exercise, and just a little bit. We don't do the fundamentals.
That's why I have to come back to you and get another adjustment.
Absolutely.
I should be coming to you once a month,
At least once a month. The minimum, my protocol that I've...
You didn't make me another appointment
doing this over 20... You run out. You run. I got to... As we're in the middle of the thing, she's getting phone calls, this one, that one. I go, this is your fucking problem.
That's my problem.
Take your phone, throw it in the garbage. Turn it off for 5 minutes.
I should just turn it off for like a week.
Turn it off.
Do you know I went to Antarctica for 2 weeks?
I know you. I
went with that guy right there.
Right before you came in, you told me, "Oh, I'll see. I'm going to Antarctica." I'm like, "What the hell are you doing in Antarctica? What's Antarctica about?"
We went. It was amazing, and we really weren't on the phone. We were pretty good. Now, I mean, I called my kids. That was about it.
Right. Well, you were away.
But it was a nice.
And how
break.
did you seriously? How did you feel?
Oh my God! I think I slept. I slept so good on that boat. Except for the seasickness the first day that we almost threw up on everybody sitting in front of us.
You slept well. You felt good.
I did. I slept well.
I already know. You slept well. You felt good. You had a good, clear state of mind.
It was beautiful. It was a crisp air. It was like God's country. It was like it was nothing there except for ice and penguins.
We don't have this anymore.
It was beautiful. We were paddle boarding on top of like whales were underneath us. It was crazy.
Modern society modern society is built off of fear and stress.
Yes.
All the messages, all the narratives.
FEMA, was it fear of missing out?
Yep, fear of missing out of everything. Not only good things,
Do you know
bad
they did that
things.
to us? They did
been done
that
on
to us
purpose, by
by design.
Absolutely.
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out, especially social media.
Yeah.
You know, with all
Oh
those
my God, I
craziness.
got to stay connected in there.
Right, stay connected.
I because I stayed connected, I commented on my friend's. I guess who DM'd me? I couldn't believe it. I almost died. I thought it was a fake account. Harvey Keitel.
Oh,
Isn't
really?
that crazy?
That's funny.
Yeah.
See, you don't know who's watching
Harvey
you.
Keitel. Hi, Harvey. Yes, he inboxed me and asked me because I commented on my friend, on Catherine Gonducci's picture. From Alto Nights. I'm putting a shout out there for Catherine's movie, Alto Nights, which was great. It's on Prime right now. And he saw that I was commenting on it, and he commented on it, and then he was in like a thread with all of us, and then he inboxed me and asked me if he just wanted to know which one of his movies was my favorite. He says he likes to reach out to fans and ask them.
Absolutely.
And
That's
I'm
funny.
like, oh my God, I can't.
He's talking to me.
There's been so many great movies.
know.
Which movie do you think I picked?
Oh,
Come on.
I don't know.
Bad Lieutenant. I had to pick Bad Lieutenant. Bad Lieutenant and Pulp Fiction, of course.
Mr.
But
Wolf.
Mr. Wolf. Let's not suck at each other's dicks just quite yet now. That's the best.
I didn't know you were calling Mr. Wolf.
I didn't.
I didn't know. Oh my God, Mr. Wolf, it's a pleasure to meet you.
He's got the braids all
Yep.
over his.
He's got blood all over him.
From
Oh, too
Pulp
funny.
Fiction.
Yep.
What a great movie.
movie.
And I loved him in Mr. White.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir
Another
Dogs.
great movie.
All these little. It's funny. It's sometimes a lot of good actors like him.
Yeah.
It's their parts are better when they have these
Small
small
parts.
little, but it's so much impact that you
Oh my
remember.
God,
that you remember the little
You
10
remember
minutes that
all
they
the
were in it
lines.
or whatever it might be. Yeah.
He great. He's such a great actor. So I was like in shock. I was like, oh my God. I said, I can't believe you're inboxing me, but thank you so much. I'd be so honored if you followed me back. And he followed me back.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Which was cute.
Yeah,
And
you
so-
never know who's watching you.
No, and he watches my
On social
stories.
media.
He said he complimented. We watched a clip from the podcast. He says you're very good on your podcast. I was like, oh wow.
Now you got to get him on. Tell him you got to.
I will. I'm gonna get. He's like 85 years old.
That's
I don't know if
okay.
he can. Well, I would. I'm gonna get him on. I'm gonna ask him the next time he's in New York.
He's
to
really
come
like.
on.
You forget. You know what? As you get
please,
older.
Robert De Niro and Al Pacino had kids last year.
80-year-old, and you know what's funny? But as you get older, you don't. You forget how old they are.
Right, because we're getting older, but
Yeah.
they're also getting older.
And you go how because you still watch their movies.
Right, because you
and
still think that
you
they're
remember
stuck in
from
time.
like
that they're-
Goodfellas.
Right. Robert
see
De
De
Niro
Niro-
looks like the same.
Godfather.
Right.
You see him.
yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember. And
Yeah,
all of a sudden you go, wait, he's 80.
Like, he's 110. He's
It's like,
dead.
what the? Right. Another one
What about-
too.
what about
People
Gene
died.
Hackman?
I know.
I
Oh my God,
know.
what an awesome actor.
What a great actor. Another one of my favorite.
Yep, great actor.
He was Lex Luthor.
Best Lex Luthor.
Best Lex Luthor.
That's the best Superman anyway.
That's the best Superman.
The first
Christopher
one. Reeve.
Yep.
Christopher Reeve was the ultimate
man.
Superman.
You know what?
And the poor guy, well, whatever happened to him too, but
Terrible.
He was a good actor, but he got typecast, and that was it.
That was it. I
He
know.
was every time you looked at him, you saw Clark Kent and Superman.
or he was the bad priest.
Yep.
Remember, he was that,
right.
remember
he was
that?
in yep. But he's still. It's always when
I
you saw
know,
him
it's type-
because he looked.
He looked
just-
like Clark Kent.
Like he was
looked
born
Sup-
to play-
He was born to play
Play the part,
Superman, like
absolutely.
this man, Christopher Reeve. And then he fell off the horse and died.
Yeah. Oh, what an amazing.
No, he didn't die. He broke his
He
back.
broke in split second. Little
And then look,
stupid.
it changed his life forever.
That's why life is so precious.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody needs to appreciate what they have. Life sucks sometimes, and life is generally boring. I tell my kiddos, "Oh, I'm bored." Life is generally boring.
Just appreciate
Be
life.
happy that you're bored.
Right.
I don't like. You know what thing? You know the thing I don't like. You don't have to have when people don't want to celebrate their birthday. Meaning this. You have to have big parties and everything, but you don't acknowledge your birthday. Oh, please, I don't want to know my birthday. My birthday. I tell everybody, even my patients, I go, listen to me. I know life, whatever, but appreciate that you got older because there's billions of people who never made it to your age.
That's so true.
No matter what age you are. You could
Be
be 5
happy.
years old. Billions of people never made it. So be appreciative of that
It's so
blessing.
true. Because you never know when it's your
you
last
never
day on
know.
earth.
You just never know.
What's
It's
that saying?
crazy.
Yesterday's a history, tomorrow is a mystery,
Yep.
today's a present. That's why they call it a gift, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Isn't that-
I
but
try
it's
to. I
true.
try to live like that. as much
Me
as
too.
I can.
I used to live life on the edge, but now
Yeah.
my life is cats and pudding
Cats
now.
and pudding. Well, listen,
But
you know what? You
I live
earn,
my
but
life
you
on the
earn
edge when I
cats
go
and
to
pudding.
your office.
Yeah, well, Wait, you're the one sticking needles in people. I just put my hands on people. It's very different.
But I don't hear a crack after I stick them. I might hear an ouch when you hear a crack. Do I look better to you now, or do you think
No, you still look like shit, actually.
Oh, you want to adjust me now?
Wait a second. It's everywhere I go, no matter what. No matter what, I get invited to a friend's house. Then all of a sudden I realize
like you're a circus animal, right?
Yeah, like a circus act, like a sideshow. Now I realize why I got invited over.
So you can crack everybody's back and neck. Oh, I didn't invite you just for that. But
no, but I am going to adjust you.
But while you're here, you could adjust me.
While I'm here, I might as well do it, right?
Do you guys want to see Dr. Ralph adjust me? Oh, my God.
Everybody just went, no!
They're going to see it. It's just going to go viral with him adjusting me.
They're trying to wonder if this might be your last podcast ever.
I do bequeath all my worldly possessions to my children.
I'm sorry they're not going to collect on them. Because adjustments make you feel good.
No, they do.
Okay? Seriously, all kidding aside. All an adjustment does is take pressure, tension, and stress off your spine and nervous system so you can move better, feel better, and live better. We could get into the science. I could give you a whole 3-hour class on what the real benefit is physiologically and the whole thing. And there is principles and there is reasons why it is. But that's all you have to know. They make you feel good. Takes away pressure, relieves your stress, drops your stress hormones, increases good hormones, makes you breathe better, makes you function better, gives you more energy, gives you more vibrance, and that's what happens in a chiropractic office. That never happens very rarely in a medical doctor's office.
No, you always still feel like shit when you walk out of there.
When you walk into the... Now, listen, I'm not... There's principles. We understand why we go to the medical
reasons
doctor.
why you have to go there, but...
But it's very different. It's very different. You actually feel good when you walk out of the chiropractic office.
It's true, you do.
And the problem is, it just seems like to me that the medical world and practice isn't for making people feel good anymore.
Well, no, because you know where all the money is. It's in tertiary care.
I talk to patients.
They don't want healthy people.
They don't. Well,
they don't want to see healthy people.
Customer cured is a customer lost.
Right, exactly. It's tertiary
That's Big Pharma's mantra.
Yep, it is.
That's hospital's mantra.
It's totally true.
I'm not saying never go to a. Wait.
Don't
not saying never go to a doctor or never go to a hospital. Don't be stupid. Okay.
No, you need to go.
I tell patients all the time. Don't be stupid.
But don't get caught in the trap.
No, but don't think you have to go to the hospital for every ailment.
No,
sometimes things are beyond medicine.
Well, some people are much more hypochondriacs now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they read everything on Google and they think you're sick.
Well, my sister,
you have every disease that's known to man.
Right? That's done by design too.
Of course.
You start putting in symptoms, and what if you notice?
How about when they come in the office and tell you what to do? Don't
yeah,
you?
yeah.
I've done that before. Excuse me. I hate when people do that to me. I want to choke them.
They have diagnosed themselves.
They're going to tell me how I'm going to inject you. Like, dude, I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need you who just read something off of Google to tell me what I'm doing and not doing wrong. And no disrespect that you read it, and I will answer your question, but please don't try to micromanage what I'm doing.
No.
Because if you're gonna go someplace else.
Well, the funny thing about now, especially in the past decade, for sure, that a lot of chiropractors have videos online.
Yeah.
And a lot of chiropractors do different things, different techniques. But what a lot of people don't see, some of them are for show.
Yeah.
Okay. But all the techniques are usually because how I feel comfortable adjusting somebody.
Right.
Because you have to watch your own body also.
Right.
When you adjust it.
Because I'm sure
it's a physical work.
It's a physical work to do it.
And if you don't watch your own posture.
Right.
And if you're not doing things.
You're going to need a chiropractor.
There's many times where I've had to adjust patients, but there's certain things I had to do, and I knew it was going to hurt me. But you had to do it.
You have to do
and then you suffer at the end of the day.
But did you go to a chiropractor
Absolutely.
too? Oh, good.
I've been getting adjusted. How I got to be a chiropractor, I was a baseball player. Oh, that's the one. I always wanted to be a baseball player. Played high school, college. I played semi-pro. I ate, drank, and slept baseball my whole life from when I was a little kid. I used to Little League. Okay, it was somewhere like 6, 7 years old. The game was the next day. I'd actually sleep in my uniform on my baseball bat and glove. My mother would be like, "What are you doing?" I'd wake up, sit at the edge of my bed. How come you don't get up like this for school?
Because who would get up like that for school?
I'm sick, Mom.
It's like you were walking to the death march when you go to school. That's
a baseball game on Saturday morning? I'm up like this. I was at the edge of my bed
But that's like
waiting.
everybody on a Saturday morning. We'd be like the death march going to school during the week, but on Saturday morning I'd be up ready for cartoons
2 seconds. Yep.
with my cereal at the watching TV all the time.
But that's how I became a chiropractor. there was a chiropractor, this guy, Dr. Charles Solano, my mentor, okay, my first original mentor, used to come in the restaurant. He had a practice on Arthur Avenue, and all the guys used to go see him.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him one day that I was having shoulder issues and like knee issues. He knows a baseball player, and I said, he goes to me, you know what, why don't you come to me? I could probably help. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have any back problems. He's like, no. He goes, come to me. He goes, and come tomorrow morning, like 9:30 before I start, and we'll talk. So I said, okay, I'm always game. I said, if you could help me play better, I'm in. Let's do it. I'm not against it. So when I go to his office, he brings me in the room, and up on like the x-ray board, there's all these x-rays up. Like there's a neck and a shoulder and an elbow and all this stuff. I'm looking at it. He goes, look, and there's a signature on it. Oh. He goes, look. He goes, look close. I go, it's signed. Who? I go, I can't read that. I go, who is that? He goes, that's Nolan Ryan.
Wow.
Now, if you watch, most people watching probably know who Nolan Ryan is, but he's a Hall of Fame pitcher.
Yeah.
To 100 miles an hour in the 70s and 80s before these guys did it today. So I'm like, you take care of Nolan Ryan? He goes, no. He goes, my friend in Texas is his chiropractor, and he signed these autographs for me. I said, baseball players use this?
And that was it. You were hooked.
He sent me down a rabbit hole. Long story short, I go, I feel great. Everything's great. From that moment on, he keeps pushing me. You need to be you should go. Because I went to school, I quit. I said, I'm just gonna stay in my family's restaurant. I'm destined to be a restaurateur. 3 generations of men before me were. I said I wanted to be in the same thing, and it's not so bad. So he's like, no, this is not for you. He's like, you'd be great at this. I'm not a student. I hate school. I used to make every excuse under the sun not to go to school. I hate math. I hate this. You're not dumb, but I never failed classes.
Not everybody's.
But I didn't do homework. I never applied. He doesn't apply himself. Every report card, every time to my parents. So I'm like, I can't do this. He's pushing me. He's sending me. He had a practice in Indiana and in New York, this gentleman. And the greatest thing talk about gangster, always would walk in, suit with the turtleneck and walk with the pinky ring on. And you would think if you saw him, and most of his friends were the guys, and he would sit with them, and you would think this guy was right in there.
He's gonna break my neck.
He was he was one of these guys, but he was very passionate about what he did.
But that's how you are now. Right. That's how you are. But that's amazing.
And he pushed me, and he pushed me, and he pushed me. And I was like, this is crazy. Then I started asking him questions. You have to take microbiology?
Yes.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Physics? To get? I'm like, well, I don't know about this.
But you got through it.
And we got through it.
So if you love something, you're going to get through it, right?
Pushed me, begged me. He wrote a letter to the dean of University of Bridgeport before I even applied.
Wow.
I already was in before I applied, and I wound up applying, and here I am, 25 years later.
And look at this, and look where you are now. Yep. You're you're a YouTube famous. Yep. You have a great practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got me as your patient.
Absolutely. I got the best of the best right here as my patient.
Well, and listen, before you adjust me, you need to tell everybody where to find you. You need to tell everybody where to. Because you're going to see great videos. You're
all over. Instagram is probably the biggest place I am, and it's Dr. Ralph Knapp, and it's across the board. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It's Dr. Ralph.
And you can see my video too.
And her video's up there. Go see her. She was scared too. It was funny.
And my brother-in-law, my ex-brother-in-law, was a chiropractor too.
Yeah,
and
I
I used to get adjusted all the time. And when you don't do it for a while,
you go back to like square one. Unfortunately,
you go back to square one.
And then you get a little. Listen, I understand. Some guys wrapping his hands around your neck.
No, it is when you have that.
So
when
it's
you
a
have
trust
that
factor, and the Y strap adjustment, which
I'm like, what is a Y strap? When he came at me with that,
Y strap. It's funny you asked me before. What the hell's that strap thing? It's a very old, people look at it because it's very prominent on the internet.
Yeah.
But it's a very old adjustment. It's very old. Okay. And the guy who kind of created it was he was a very small man. The guy who created it. No, he was he was small in stature.
So he needed to do
like
something.
5'3".
Yeah.
So he needed leverage.
Something, right?
Leverage and it gives you leverage. Yeah. But the reason why
you didn't bring it with you today, though.
No, I didn't bring it with me today. I usually don't carry it around.
How are you going to adjust me today?
I just thought, you said now.
Okay, let me see you do it.
But the Y strap it's a traction adjustment and just decompresses your spine from your head to your toe.
That's what I want next time.
Because everybody's squashed today.
Yes.
Everybody's squashed because you're on your phone right now watching us, or sitting in front of a computer, or on TV, and we're just slumped over all day. Yep, and you're squashed. So I can't believe I really got to adjust
you're going to do it.
Unbelievable.
You could do it.
Oh, God.
Here we go. All right, guys, this is the finale of the show.
This is the finale. Here we go.
Everybody, if I don't see you, welcome to our show.
Oh, stop it. You're going to see everybody. Okay? This is good. I should do this in my videos in a suit. I probably get more views.
Here we go.
Relax. We've done this before.
I know. I trust you. I love him.
You better trust me. Drop your head into my hand right there. Oh, right there.
Oh, did you hear that, guys?
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
There's no cracking of your bones when you get an adjustment, everybody.
Oh, my God, that feels so good. Everybody.
There's no cracking. Your bones don't crack when you get an adjustment. Actually, nothing happens to your bones when you get an adjustment.
But why do you hear that crack?
Nothing. It's a pressure change inside the joint. Just like opening a wine bottle. Very simple explanation. You open a wine bottle, what do you hear?
A pop. Well, it popped.
Because pressure is released and it pops. Pressure is released and you hear the popping. Okay? That's all it does. That's all the noise anyway. That's all it is from head to toe. So when your mother yelled at you, stop cracking your knuckles, you're going to get arthritis. It's completely not true. It's a total fabrication. Your mother lied to you just like she lied about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny,
and sitting too close in front of the television, too.
Sitting too close will make you blind.
Thank you, Dr. Ralph.
Wait, we're going to do
one more. We're going to do another one. Okay, last side. All right, one more. Last one.
We'll end it because, not end it. I don't mean end it.
Don't end it, please.
We'll end the show.
All right, we're ending the show on the last crack. Here we go.
Back, right there. Go back. Relax. Go back.
Oh.
And there it is.
Ooh. Cats and pudding, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Ralph.
You are very welcome.
That was awesome. Oh,
That's awesome. That was great.
And I got a treatment. That was awesome.
That's awesome. Love it.
Wow.
That was wild.